Hi there and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel and this episode today. Well, it seems like it's been a while since I've been in the studio, but we're back and I've got some things to show you. Right, okay, so what we have on the table here is a rather cool looking RC10 B2. An awesome looking Tamiya Grasshopper, and then we've got this here, which is, if you've never seen one of these before, this is a Hirobo Invader. Now, got my little cheat sheet because I will never remember it all by heart. Now, certainly in the UK, these are pretty hard to come across. And actually, I've sourced this one from a gentleman in Leeds. Now, I apologise. I'm not even going to attempt to say your name because I'll murder it, basically. But I got a cracking deal on this Hirobo Invader. And, yeah, really looking forward to getting this one done. Now, Hirobo Invader, roughly 1987. It's the upgraded... Well, basically, it's an updated and upgraded Hirobo Alien Mid 4. Now, if you haven't seen an Alien Mid 4, then I can recommend a video at RC Retro by Ari. He did or he's been doing up Hirobo Alien. If I can remember where it is, I can remember to find it and I'll do it. I'll put the link in my description to his video, as it's rather cool. It's looking ace. So there are a lot of similarities between the two vehicles, but this is like the updated version. You got two versions of the Invader. There was an SI and an SR. The SI came with an RX 540 VZ motor that was specifically made for this, and it came with a speed control, manual speed control as well, mechanical speed control. The SR didn't have the MSC or motor. So actually, I don't really know what version that is because I say it just didn't come with anything with it other than the rolling chassis. I was going to say, now it is sporting the wrong wheels and tyres. These wheels and tyres are off an Inshimo Spirit FF. In fact, the Spirit FF I had should have had these white coloured wheels on. But the tyres, the wheels and tyres are like new. Now, unfortunately, although the buggy looks really cool with these wheels and tyres on, they're no good for this buggy. Certainly the rear ones catch on the rear hubs, and they don't rotate properly. So, luckily, actually thanks to the chap that actually sold me the car, he tagged me in a post that someone was selling some original Hirobo Invader wheels. So I've struck a deal with that gentleman and we've sourced some wheels. But I do need still to find some tyres for this thing. Okay, so you get an alloy bottom chassis, gear diffs, it's belt driven, oil-filled dampers all around, it's got full bearings and dog bone drive shafts. That's essentially what you get there. It's also got an alloy sort of steering rack on it as well, which is quite cool. So in a minute, what I'll do is I'll take the bodywork off. It's only just plonked on there, and I'll show you a bit more of the car. Now, what it is missing, it's still missing the rear body mounts, and it's also missing the rear wing mount as well, and obviously some proper tyres for it. Whether we'll be able to get Invader tyres, I don't know. So I need to find something that will fit the rims and find something suitable. But yeah, so it's not 100% complete, missing a few little parts. As I said, rear body mounts, rear wing mount. Now, if anyone out there has got those parts, please do get in touch. That'd be awesome. Maybe we can strike up some sort of deal. As well, if anyone needs some brand new Spirit FF Inshimo tyres and wheels, then let me know. I'll be happy to maybe do some sort of trade, or we could sell them, or whichever. So that's that. So we'll just quickly take the wing off and the body. So I'm say that's your body shell. That's your wing. Now there is an undercowl, like an under tray for it. Now I've got that, and I'll show you that in a minute. Remember putting them there for a minute. Right. So let's pick this up. So you can see. So that is the rolling chassis. It's very cool, isn't it? It's in fantastic condition. It's probably not seen a great deal of use. Anyway, so your battery sort of just straps in there. Your servo cable ties onto the top of that block, and then you need to be able to fit your and your motor goes here, and then you need to squeeze your radio gear in as well. So yeah, now the Alien Mid had a top deck, where I don't think this did, from what pictures I've seen. So, but yeah, it's all there now. Whoever's built this, you can still all see all the Loctite splodges that have been put on it. But I think that's kind of cool. It's like part of the history of the buggy. Suspension is really firm. Now, I read a review of the buggy being tested from the 80s, and they also commented that it, you know, certainly for UK tracks at the time, that had been quite stiff. That. So, and the reviewer said that it's probably more likely to have been set up for US tracks. Anyway. But anyway, that's not the problem. You can get some softer springs on the back of that. Front's not bad actually. Front's all right, but the rear are quite stiff. Anyway, so it's not a big problem at the minute. So yeah, as you can see, look at that. You've got your rear gear diff there and your front gear diff there, and then it's a belt-driven chassis. So anyway, if anyone's got any extra information you'd like to share with me about this rather cool buggy, then please do leave a comment for us as well. That'll be much appreciated. So yeah, this is now in the process of getting stuff together for it, and we're going to make this a running concern. Now, I don't know when that will be, but I'm working on it. Now, that's the under tray for it. That's already been painted in white, so that's cool. Now, that literally, obviously I need to bolt this in, but there you go. That's with its under tray on, and then you've got the body shell, which is an original body shell, I believe. If it's not, it's maybe a Team Blue Groove, but I believe it's an original body shell from what the previous owner said. I'm stabbing myself. And then you get the idea of how the under tray sits, and then you've got the body on top. So yeah, very cool indeed. So yeah, that's the under tray that needs fixing on. Sorry about the noise. Also as well, MCI Racing do decals, repo decals for the Invader. So I promptly ordered some for it. So here we go. Set of Invader decals that cover the SR and the SI models. And also they did window masks, which is brilliant. Means I don't have to mess around cutting out bits of masking tape. So they are for doing the body shell, which is cool. So yes, Invader. How cool is that? Proper liking that. Looking forward to getting that finished at some point. A ton of projects, as always. Yeah, so I'll swap over a minute. Juggling things about. Okay, now, yeah, you've seen me on the channel before. I've had RC10 B3s and B2s and whatnot. Still got my B3s, but I did sell my B2 probably last year now, and I did a bit of indoor racing with it, and I miss it. I like the B2, or a proper B2 with all the B2 features. Anyway, this one became available, and I decided to get one again. So, note to self, don't get rid of this one. Anyway, it's in rather lovely shape. So there you go. I mean, it has got a bit of wear on the bottom alloy plates. As you can see, it's been raced at some point. Now, I think it's been put back together. It's been stripped, cleaned and put back together. It's got a lovely new painted body shell on it. But there are a few things that are loose, like the front shock tower nuts are not tightened up on it. Neither are the rear. Just little things like that, front wheel nuts. I've just got to go over it, make sure everything's nice and tight. So, some factory team wing buttons on there. So yeah, lovely body shell. I'm liking that much better than I could ever paint. It's got its battery retraining strap, which is good, and some foam pads. Now, other than that, it is just not say just, it's a cool car, but it's a B2. Also, I'm guessing it's either Fast Tracks or Trinity, but you've got the rear gearbox bracing alloy there, which is cool. Quite like them. I am tempted to nick that and put it on my B3 that I race. Also, it's got the carbon front shock tower as well, and it's got the team shocks as well, which is cool. So yeah, it's very nice. Someone's done a nice. It's got the MIP drive shafts as well. I'm guessing they might be sort of Lunsford titanium turnbuckles on it. But yeah, very nice. So I am going to get this going. And my plan is I'm going to use it like I did with my previous B2. I'm going to use it indoors and race this B2 indoors. That's the plan. So again, I'll probably show you at some point finished off and running. But generally this is for me to be running indoors. But really pleased to get this one. Nice, clean RC10 B2 with all the correct B2 features. Got the right B2 wishbones, front and rear. It's got the right B2 C-hubs and steering knuckles. So missing a spur gear and gear cover. Got a gear cover. I just need to get all of the spur gear for it. So yeah, very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. So all good. So we've got B2 again to play with. Actually, let's put them back in there before I lose them. Okay. And then that will disappear until I'm ready to get that into a running state. And then we're going to, I'll slide this over now, and I'll show you what we've got here. Obviously it's a Grasshopper. Right, so again there's a little bit of a story to this one. Now, look at that for a Grasshopper body shell. Absolutely stunning, looks absolutely gorgeous. Right, so how this all started was, now I love my Grasshoppers and Hornets and Hoppers. I just have a load of fun with them. Now, if you go back to April the 1st, which is April Fool's Day, now I wasn't even really thinking about it. I should have realised, but anyway, I was on Instagram and there was a fellow Instagrammer, Snapshot RC. I think most of you use Instagram will recognise the name. Posted a picture up of a Blockhead Motors Grasshopper, and it alluded in the post that Tamiya could be releasing one, which isn't entirely unplausible, because I've obviously done the Hot Shot 2 and they've done the Wild one, and the Grasshopper one is you see lots of pictures of it, and it'd be reasonable to suspect that at some point they could release a Blockhead Motors Grasshopper. So anyway, so I thought, oh, that's cool. I won't mind getting one of them. I personally like the Blockhead stuff. Now, admittedly, I don't think I'd want it in the blue colour scheme, like the other two buggies have been, but I do like them. I just like them. That's the way it is. And anyway, I got a message a day or so later from Snapshot RC, and he said, yeah, to be honest, it was a bit of an April Fool's. There's no plans as of yet to release one. And then I thought, why don't I just make one? You know, you can get the decals for them, so why don't I just go and make one? So anyway, so I thought, right, I'm going to hunt for a Grasshopper to turn into a Blockhead Motors Grasshopper. So I was looking at getting a new XSA kit. To be honest, I couldn't be bothered building it. I know that's lazy. I mean, I'd have to strip the back end for ball races and stuff. But I thought, you know, maybe I'd get one of them, and I found one pretty cheap. Anyway, looking through stuff, this popped up on eBay, and so I thought, click, I'll watch that, and I ummed and ahed about it because I hadn't decided what I was fully doing yet. And anyway, I decided to go ahead and buy it because, one, it had a bumper that I wanted because I was going to fit that bumper on that's on the front. It came with a servo, torque motor, ESC. Now, I did have a set of wheels and tyres on, which personally, not my thing. So they're in my cupboard. So I'm not using them. So I'm going to put some more traditional type Grasshopper wheels on. So I need to do that. But as I say, it came with all that, and it came with a set of. Now these have come off either the Grasshopper 2 Black Edition or the RX Fighter Buggy Memorial, but it's got some the grey CVA dampers attached, and also an alloy suspension mount and bar for the back. So, and also the chassis, as you can see, is white. So it's been painted up white. And what else? Now what we'll do is we'll take the body shell off. But it's absolutely gorgeous, that. So yeah, I'm going to keep that body shell. That's not getting ruined. Lovely stuff. So there you go. That is your chassis there. There you go. So yeah. So yeah, so it's been sprayed white. Now what he also has done, he made an alloy mount there, and he's fitted, was it either it's a fast attack vehicle or Wild One suspension front struts there, to make it a little different, and he's attached obviously the CVA shocks. So I liked it full of that as well. It makes it a little bit different. So I decided, I got it at a cracking price. I couldn't believe no one had bought it already. So I got it at a really good price, and this is going to be the basis for my Blockhead Motors sort of, tribute Grasshopper. So there you go. Now the only thing I've done so far, apart from taking the wheels and tyres that came off with it, I've got these just for a bit of bling. These rather nicely machined Tamiya Hopper Hornet lunchbox alloy wheel clamps. They're proper Tamiya ones, so they'll probably cost you an arm and a leg. But I got a set of them for it because obviously I'm going to be putting traditional sort of style Grasshopper wheels on it. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. So I had to show you because it is awesome looking. I absolutely love it. So I love the body shell, and I said I'll be keeping that because it's such a nice body. It made such a nice job. Now, again, gentlemen, it's called Darren. Again, you can find him on Instagram under Just for Fun RC. Again, I'll leave a link in the video description. You can go and check out some of his builds. They're awesome. And also, he's very kindly, besides when he sent me this over, read the note in a minute, he also sent me, which he didn't have to, but he did, which is very nice of him, some Tamiya catalogues and guidebooks, which are awesome. So we've got, I think, probably a 1986 one there. It's got the big wig on and the Porsche 959. Slightly later general catalogue from 1990, thank you. And then 10 years later, we've got a catalogue guidebook from 2000. So massive thanks to Darren for them. Thank you so much. And he just sent me a quick note saying, "Hi Andy, just a little gift to say thanks for all the great content and support you give to the RC hobby. All the best, Darren." So cheers, Darren. Thanks for that. Thanks for selling me this awesome Grasshopper. I say, go check Darren out at Just for Fun RC on Instagram. So there you go. So that sort of rounds up where we are at the minute. I'm just trying to think. We have got all the stuff in the pipeline. I am waiting still for the Kyosho Dirtmaster retro buggy. They're not in the UK yet. I must admit, maybe because I've been waiting a while for them. A lot of people seem to have got them already, but the edge has been taken off it for me now. The shine, I suppose. So I've kind of lost a little bit of enthusiasm for it. But anyway, that is still waiting for that to come into the UK. So once it does, we will be getting that. Also, I've got a very cool little buggy coming. Hopefully, it'll be here this week. And also, it's not a Tamiya, but it's very Tamiya-esque, and you'll see what I mean when I put it on the channel, just for a bit of fun. But you'll see that. Anyway, yeah, there we go. That's where we are. So, also, before I forget as well, we are really getting close now to our 3,000 subscriber mark. So, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated, and all the help is always very much appreciated. So, yeah, thanks to our current subscribers and viewers. Top work as always. But if you haven't already, please consider following the channel. Also, come and find us on Andy Robinson RC. That's on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'll put the links in the description. Lots of links going in the description of this video. But yes, so yeah, brilliant stuff. Okay, so we'll see you all very soon, and watch out for these appearing on the channel again. Right, look after yourselves, take care, and we'll see you again soon.